What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this one we're going to be continuing the Let's Build for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. This is episode number 3, and we are live. Good lord. Hello, Fierce Hyena. That was immediate. And, yeah. So, as you can see, I have made more progress, obviously. Hello, I want to say Mahar. I'm probably wrong, though. Hello, Luke. Hello, Freddy. Hello, Gianpi. So... I did all of this on a Twitch stream not long after episode 2. I haven't really been working on this very much just because, you know. But yeah, we got all this done. This area is complete, which is very nice. Thank you, thank you. And hello, Emiliano, sorry. Hello, Greg. Hello, Felix. Have a question, ask away. So, yeah, I guess I also did this room here. A little bit tiny, but okay. And then I think today we're going to try to get this room over here done. I guess the hallway because it isn't finished. And if we could get the staircase and the cart ready, that'd be nice. Hello, Aaron. Did somebody ping? Because just I always am concerned, Aaron, and I have to make sure. Thank you, Mahar. Nurse build Frankie's Frosty Peak. Not really. I had to think about which section of the game that was. T-Juck ping? Cool. Thank you, T-Juck, assuming you're here. Hello, Thomas. I think probably the worst section will be Water Park for me. That's the one I'm not looking forward to. And, like, the entirety of the utility tunnels. Okay, I want to show this off real quick. Let me not kick out an outlet. That would be pretty unfortunate before I actually start anything. This is Playcare. The start of Playcare. This will be a time-lapse. I plan to have it the entire bottom. I'm not really going to worry about the walls. I just want the wall positions and the, like, base of it done. I'm not even worried about necessarily the room under. And then maybe we can, you know, finish it off in a Let's Build. I don't know if it's going to stay where it is. Obviously, you see it's not lined up. Thanks, Sherlock, if you pointed that out. But, oh, good luck, Aaron. Have fun. Hi, Rez. No. But, yeah, this is the Playhouse or Funhouse? I think it's Playhouse. And so, yeah, it's kind of working there. But that should be episode 4, I would imagine. I just figured I'd show that I'd started it. And it'll probably be, I'm going to assume it's going to take one more Twitch stream to finish this area. Or I might just do it on my own. Hello, Diet. And hello, Freddy World. Hello, DBF. Unbelievable, Chris. That's it. Mod removed. I'm just kidding. Hello. Thank you. We're certainly getting there. So, yeah, where is the video? That's the Playcare one. That's not the one that I need. I would be needing this one. I should probably trim it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. It'll literally take 5 seconds. Don't count me, though. Okay. Turn upside down. How so or why so? Whichever is easier to answer in the context. Good lord. Hello, the pinheads. Been a while since you've been here, I think. According to my calculations. Okay, which way did the door open? That way. I should already have it open, actually. What's another word? Hi, Gamga. I forgot I sent you that, actually. Gonna be real with you. I was gonna go... No, I could go 2.5, couldn't I? Or 3.5, I mean. It'd be weird, but I could. But I kind of like the implication of just 3. I feel like 3 is gonna just work better for me. Except for the lighting, but I'm not really worried about that anyway. You just saw it, I see. See Revenge of the Sith in the movies? I didn't watch it, no. Mr. Spider-Man 1977 might have been the most boring movie you watched in a while. Tell me that Family Guy playing the back. No, you gotta put one of the, like, Subway Surfer videos on the side. Okay. we're just gonna do some rough estimating here. 1, 2, I'm gonna just say there, that's my rough estimate. And then like 9. Six, that's, I think 3. Yeah. Could push it down 1. And then push you just down by another 1, right? So it'd be even. I don't think it needs to be even, I just want it to be even. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I guess I am for the most part. I haven't done a whole ton. Just because I've been... It's hard because, like, sometimes I want to just conserve my Minecrafting until, for, like, the stream. So, like, I don't really do anything on Minecraft sometimes. Imagine without the texturing, that'd be a lot easier. For sure. See you later, Mahar. Oh, good. Splendid diet. Start a tattletale. Do I know that? Oh, yeah, I do know the coordinates. I'll show it real quick. I think it's right here. This is all it is. The floor isn't right. I'm not really worried about it yet, but here's what I have. Debating on if I like the door size or not. It might be a little large, but... I also don't want to do 4x2. I guess I could do 4x2.5. But then I can't have the doors open. I'd have to just either cut them out or, I don't know, figure something else out. Hi, Lefty. Yeah, you're actually extremely late. We're already done. Thanks for... I'm just kidding. Obviously. Hello, Nando. You can, absolutely. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. If you're going to show it on any sort of platform, obviously do give me credit for the parts that I made. But you could absolutely finish it yourself. I don't hate that idea. Uh-oh. Moments captured just before disaster. I don't know if I like that, though. I didn't want to go 4, but the number 4 is calling. Always late? Technically, no, because you weren't late this stream. Oh my god, calm down. It's gonna plague your mind for like 2 weeks, isn't it? Hello, Horrorthon. You rank this by movie? You just watched lower than the one that looks like it had a $15 budget? To be fair, I have nothing, actually. There's no to be fair here. Just, you know. Is that fine, or do I want it more in? Probably want it inside the pillar by a block instead, actually. Oh, good lord. Oh, well, I'm just too far forward in general, yeah. And then I'll do that here, and this one can get the funny treatment. This is what I've been doing for the lights now when I have a 2-block center, is trapdoors and stairs. This could actually become a problem. Well, I can either way put it here and here rather than on top if I need to cover up the top. Still might give me a problem through the staircase, but we'll figure that one out later. Hi, Ender. Do you know what it's supposed to mean? You want to make a... download for your public name here in persistent. So, I mean, you could, again, always just, like, throw it in the credits and be like, hey, thanks to these guys for helping with troubleshooting or whatever you want to word it as. I would probably use troubleshooting because, you know, I'm nerdy, but... Yeah, no, this one will be a while. I don't really... Because I'm not working on this one religiously like I was Chapter 2, so... It's just... It's not quite at that point, but... Sure, that works. Is there a pipe in there or something? I know there's been pipes in them. Actually, I might want to make it... like that. Yeah, that's better. And there is a pipe in there, but I'm probably not going to worry about adding it because how the hell am I supposed to do that? But, yeah, like, I definitely worked on Chapter 2 a lot more, and I have... Really, it's been Security Breach recently, but... I'm kind of getting close to thinking about next Batum chapter. I'm hesitant with it because I want to wait for a video or a part of it to hit 1,000 views just because I think that's a good threshold to be like, yep, that's good. Hello, Johnny Be Good. Hello, Dreamy. When is Alpha 2 Basement coming out? Whenever I feel like releasing it. There is a date for it. I don't have the date, unfortunately, off the top of my head. It's a while, though, because it's after Musical Memory, which I should have said in a community post, I think. I think I mentioned that it was between segments on the one I announced all the specific days. What about Joyville? It'll come eventually. And hello, Luciano. Hello, Chanel. Or are we four blocks wide? Yeah, I'm cooler than you, though. That has nothing to do with the size of the hallway. I just felt like saying that. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've pretty much confirmed I'm doing, it's going to be a little while just because, you know, I do kind of have other priorities over a lot of them. So, you know, it'll just... It'll come eventually. Like, Joyville I've been kind of making progress on. I haven't really touched it in a while. But I am somewhere on it in general. So that one... I don't know. If you, anybody wants to follow the Twitch, I'll kind of be more up to date with that stuff on Twitch, because I'll probably start doing those streams again where I work on the stuff. I haven't done one in a while because I've been too busy playing Repo or whatever the hell I've been playing. Generally has been Repo. Yes, there's also a channel Instagram, which I'll post teasers on. Also, thank you and hello, T-Talk. Doughy statue. If I get back into statues, I definitely will. I'm just kind of out of the loop with him right now. But Yarnaby would probably be the next Poppy Playtime. Did Huggy release? He did. No, he did, yeah. So yeah, Yarnaby would be the next Chapter 4 statue you would get, probably. And then Doughy would be at some point. If I do Yarnaby, Doughy is for sure. Got annihilated by Headman. Yeah, Headman's pretty bad. Oh, it's just stone walls in here. Oh, that's weird. Wait, is that wall? So that's a problem, actually. On a scale of 1 to 5, that's not a number. Wait, no, it's not. Because I feel like I'm there's something going on there that's incorrect. I feel like I'm missing a staircase just blatantly. Am I not? Yeah, I totally am. Nice. Okay, well, that doesn't particularly help me at all. That just makes my situation more unfortunate, right? Wait, what actually is the problem here? Is there 4 staircases? Yes, there is 4. Okay. That's my problem then. So... I would need to... I could thin the staircases, though. I'm not opposed to the idea. Because then the sections would be even... Not, I mean, quite even. Not quite even, but they'd be more even. Because if I have 1 block between the cyan, then I could make the staircases... 3? Yeah, no, I think that makes more sense. And maybe it'll prevent me from having to do too much with the sizing of the things. Like a run you think it was in Mechanic and you had 2 explosive ferals and the 3D printer looking in the card at the same time, then you got gnomed? Oh my god. Did it explode? It is National Star Wars Day. This is true. And... does that make it shorter a block? From right there, I think it does. Yeah, it does. Huh, interesting. I could totally... Alright, you're gonna have to hear me out with this. Also, does that screw this up? Hold on, it might. Yes? Yeah. It's fun. So glad. But you're gonna have to hear me out for a sec, because if I keep the hallway as is and then make this stone here, that would give me another block. Or I don't know if it'd give me another block necessarily, but I'd still have to push over the doorway, I guess. Like that. Do I want to even worry about that lining up? I don't think it matters that much. Somehow it didn't explode? That's crazy. The pose in the hallways, couple deep set got near the end, realized more related to cyan terracotta. I switch like every other room, to be honest, Lefty. I just noticed today the Cardinal Ban 0 tutorial first part has over 1,000 views, which is pretty epic, and I think 3 is almost at 1,000. I don't know why 2 is not doing as good as 3. Generally, I would presume that each part would get less views than the previous one, because, you know, that would be how that would kind of work. But I guess no, I guess just, you know, that doesn't apply, and it hasn't applied a lot, actually. What was the other thing? I think Security Breach had, like, one of the later parts just pop off for no reason. Clay is not a block that is affected by gravity. Hello, Callum. Thank you, thank you. Batman 7 coming in 2027, so true. It's 1 a year. Well, I guess that would be more than 1 a year, wouldn't it? Yeah, probably. It's fine, surely. Okay, let me check this room. Can I get away with a door being against the wall there? I might be able to. I think pushing it is gonna just make more sense. And then I might just have to leave that one wall as incorrect because I'm not double layering that wall. It's just not gonna be a smart idea. Oh wait, that's wool, not stone. Oh wait, I can just make the whole thing like gray wool then. That might actually work better for me. And then I can texture that accordingly because I do have an idea. Eating Wendy's the most undelicious fast food restaurant you've ever been to. Wendy's might be my favorite. So get out of chat. I'm just kidding. But Wendy's is my favorite. At least a couple of their burgers. I don't really think there's fast food I particularly hate. Like, most fast food is not amazing, but I mean, it's okay. A lot of it I would probably eat if you put it in front of me and said, here, do you want this? I'd be like, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna deny, or not gonna, yeah, deny fast food because, you know, it's free food. Presumably it'd be free, I guess. Although if you're giving it to me, yes, it's free. Yeah, let's be honest, Lefty. Like, it's just gonna give you a reinforcement of an answer you already knew. There's been a couple people that have, well, not necessarily Wendy's, but just said they're like fast food and basically where my spirit is. They were like, yeah, no, the fast food here is terrible, and I was like, that's good. It's really, it's fantastic. Okay, the doorway. I don't know why I did the doorway like that, and I don't know why I just cleared my inventory because I still needed some of the stuff, but whatever. Tea. Hello, that cool gamer. I've made, I guess no, I've only made 2 technically. I mean, I have the refresh one built, but it hasn't been recorded yet. Shot my shoot. I should have shotted my shooter. It's just that chapter 2 is already halfway. I mean, I don't think it matters that much at the end of the day, but yeah. You could just block it off like chapter 1 would be and then label it as chapter 1, and if they find it, then they find it, you know? Congrats. What is the floor? I can't tell. It's, I guess polished tough makes the most sense here. Minecraft Story Mode movie is basically just a Minecraft movie, though. Update on a Minecraft map. It literally just released, so not for a while. Probably once, like, Frankie, Joyville, Chapter 3, Tattletale, those four. Once those four are done, and probably Badham Chapter 2. Because I don't really see the point in updating it every, like, couple weeks, you know? Just a lot of extra work for me to add new images and stuff every time. Okay, what is going on there? Like, is that larger than this one, though? I guess case. Yes, it definitely is. It 100% is. 1, 2... Tutorial is today. Chick-fil-A. It's a fun one, I think. Not just because I like Chick-fil-A. I mean, yes, just because I like Chick-fil-A. But what am I looking at right now? I don't... Oh, wait, I have to design the... I can't call it the power nipple because it's actually not what that is. That's a different thing I classify as that. But that's not what I'm looking at anyway right now. I'm just confused by this. Like that, maybe? And then use slabs at the top. Sure, whatever. Tattletale is old, yes. Hello, Mystic. Hello, Nico. It might be my favorite refresh. It's hard to say. Like, I enjoy most of the refreshes because they're definitely, I think, the best looking builds overall, but Chick-fil-A is very high on my list for sure. It also has nighttime lighting, which is something that I think that's the first to implement it in Refresh, and a lot of future ones will also have it. And I'll sometimes show it in the dark. I know I've showed, I think Fire Station's the only other one I've actually shown so far. Done a food tutorial for at least a month. I love how you have to specify food to make it seem like you're not doing tutorials. Oh, it's been 1 month since I made a restaurant in Minecraft. You just made like 13 stores in the past 2 days. Like... No, but in all seriousness. It's definitely been weird for me, like, switching between the two, because I'm obviously so used to, at this point, doing the video game builds that hitting with a refresh or whatever is kind of weird sometimes. Hello, Detective. Hello, Bloxfruits. I did watch the movie. I really liked it, actually. Much to the disagreement of others, probably. Okay, I want to say this was... What was it, though? Stone? I'm gonna assume it was stone. Pressure plate. Can't be bothered to go all the way back and check. Is that a vacuum? That is a vacuum! Oh my god! It's a shop vac. It's also blue. I don't know why. It is different, though. I could do like that. That's different enough. See you later, cool gamer. That's the vacuum he's using right there. They took your vacuum and used it. What is that? What is that, actually? I cannot tell. Oh, wait, I know what it is. It's... I don't know how to make it, though. It's like a... It's a cleaning cart of some sort. I kind of did that wrong. And there's a yellow bag on this side, which I'll just use a bamboo sign for, I guess. Hello, Dino. We might still have one, actually, Johnny. I know I definitely used to, but I don't know if we still have it or not. It's been aged out from the newer consoles, but... Hello, juniors. If I don't read your message, just like relax for a second, I'll get there. And if I don't get there, that's unfortunate because I can't read. Y'all should know that one. Unbelievable. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. I do say I can't read a lot, so you know, there's that. Has there been a power nipple? I have no better terms for it so far. I don't think so. No. Yeah, I'm just scanning through the rooms and there's nothing. Let's just room had one, which I don't think I did. Okay, that's 2 as is. I think I need at least 1 more block. I'm gonna put the wall temporarily here. I won't actually fill it up yet, but I definitely need the 1 more block. The nipple of power. Yes. Find it very hard to focus on one area unless its hallways are boring. The hallways are pretty boring, yeah. I mean, they're just plain quartz hallways. Like, there's not much interesting. Some sections you'll definitely feel that way for, but some of the rooms are fun at least. Like, you know, molding room, which you did, and I enjoyed statues in a lot of the Wackawuggy area. Car corridor sucked, but hello, Beaks. I'm doing alright. How are you? Guess I can't really complain. I mean, I always could complain. I say this a lot, like, I definitely could complain, but I'm not gonna complain, because that'd be dumb. Grasping for negative straws. I should start using that as a catchphrase. Okay, how do I make the, like, smaller one? Actually, glow item frame, because it glows. And the color is better. And then on that, I do a block of redstone. Wherever the hell block of redstone is. I always forget that it's not in the normal category. Not even done with molding room. Nice job. Really well done. For you're rebuilding Poppy Playtime. Good job. Hello, Deadcool. If you do finish, I gotta go back to then do some small things like cutouts. I hate in builds like going back to do things like cutouts because I know I'm gonna forget something. And it's just it's gonna be horrible, you know? Also, you might hate reject room. That was, I don't want to say I hated doing that room, but there's definitely been more fun rooms in the project, to put it lightly. What do you guys think for, like, texturing here? Do I go with the like heavy texturing I sometimes do with these areas, or would I just go with like normal texturing? Because like with the light gray, I'll do like a gradient from light gray concrete to stone, and then I'll texture the stone in addition to the wall having the like gradient. Pale moss. Hold on, wait. Unironically though, what if that worked? It's a little too dark. I mean, it could maybe work if I did a gradient that far, but just mold the. No, pun intended. Mold the room shape, big details, and then smaller ones. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I usually use big details to mark out sizing, and then, you know, smaller details are just for whenever I need them. Okay, yeah, no, that works. I do need, like, see how I just did that with the walls there? Like, I just got all the wall details done, and then the middle is just suck it up buttercup, honestly. Except I'm doing the middle immediately because the room is done. Like, I don't know. And the ceiling does not freaking matter at all. The ceiling can literally die in a fire for all I care. That's a little aggressive. I might need the ceiling. Okay. Yellow concrete. Right there, maybe? Just, like, connect the points, right? No, don't connect the points. That's bad. Anybody have anything fun to share? While I'm Building the funniest. Okay, this will be a fun design to come up with. I would love to not go higher than that. That is kind of my height. Actually, wait, if I use fences... Hello, Rory. The double R is just not something I can, for some reason, enunciate properly, and I don't know why. Good reminder. P is not gonna exist anymore. That's valid, yeah. Checks out. My friendly neighborhood in Minecraft. I don't hate the idea. I just don't like my friendly neighborhood. I tried playing it once. It was just not for me. Not cause it's a bad game, just with the... sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing here. It was something with the... Just like the way the game was. It was too much like figure it out, you know? And I just didn't like it, but... I don't think it's a horrible game, just not something I would build for that reason. If there was like a decorated pot that was yellow, that'd be splendid. Or like even a wall that was yellow, but I'll just go with that being yellow like that. That's not ideal, but it's okay. Okay, speaking of okay. Would fence gates be dumb? I guess since the top is fence gates as well, yes, it would be. Is a bell? I don't... I like the idea, just if it didn't float. Like, regardless, either way it would float. It's not a horrible idea, though. How would a pot just, like, look? It works so well. Like, not even... I'm not talking about the color. I'm talking about, like, the fact the fence fits so perfectly in there. End stone wall, I considered, but I don't want to use an end stone wall. Any chance I could make those smaller? Like, what if I... Can signs hang off of that? No. If that would connect, that would be brilliant. I think the fence gates are probably the best I'll get, and I can't place item frames off them, right? I mean, they'll float. And, I was gonna say that's too low, but... Well, this one might be in line. Yeah, this one's actually in line, so... Maybe for later ones, if I have more space to push them up another block, it would work, but... The wall might just, like, be the play. Thank you, Pinheads, and hello, Yellowwell. Girls are your cousin's wedding, we found out she's related to you. Ender, my man. That's rough. That's real rough. Why did I do the... Okay, whatever. I think I do go with that, and then I'll put a red terracotta in the floor, which was the whole reason I wanted a not full block. I just wanted that little bit of red. But yeah, because the block does feel too, well, blocky. How in the world? Never mind. You're just watching the orphanage format videos and you're jump scared. A classic, yeah. Sounds like a fun time. First time ever, Lefty. I'm just kidding. Unless I'm not. You'll never know. Oh, good. More blood on the floor. It's over here. Sorry, I spilled my ketchup, sorry. Somebody come clean it up. I don't know why I textured. So, although, to be fair, that was the first thing I ever, like, legitimately textured in Minecraft, so... I guess we're going back to the roots a little bit with this map. Do other Bam Bam games? We'll see. I would like to, absolutely, at some point, but... with what I have right now, I don't have plans of doing it within the foreseeable future. Hello, plushie player. Hi, Vincent. Well, I'll see you whenever you're back then, I guess. Other than the fact you'll probably be here, I'm assuming, for a little bit, unless I'm wrong. We're going to make 2 playtime codes in 2 different worlds. One that is popular playtime build, one and the other one has none. That'd be cool, yeah. I wanted the structure block of the new one. I mentioned this in the Discord this morning. I was looking to structure block the new one, maybe, and do a comparison with the old one. But it would take, according to my calculations, it would take 18 structure blocks to structure block the new playtime code. Which is... I think that's more than the entirety of Indigo Park. I could be wrong, but I feel like Indigo Park was not... Well, at least, like, the main, like, central hub area of Indigo Park. Where you can go off to Lloyd's area, which would include Lloyd's area, actually, and you can go off to the Molly Macar area, which would, I guess, include that area up to landing pad. So, hello, Joe Blima. I, like, don't remember Beaks. I probably watched that map, like, 10 years ago. It's been a while. Am I up to? Just not very much further. Although Playcare has been started. Hey, yup, almost there. And then I'll see if I can connect Playco reasonably. I'm not going to force it, but... I think that's why it's probably smarter to build it first, though, because, you know, if it does line up, then I'll definitely know it will for sure, because, you know, I can pretty much take it down to the bottom, and it's just, it'd be the question of how much space up would I have, and then I'd probably need another, like, 50 blocks for the cave. Ideally, alright, ideally. What's the center here? It slides, like, about here? And I would like... Now, okay, this is a little too close probably to the side of Playco for this to work properly. But I would love to have a hole in the surface, which would basically crack through the top of the cave. Because you can see light shining through the cave. And I think that'd be a cool way to light up Playcare. Care play, yes. Exactly. Hello, man. Even the old one was allowed to move? Yeah. I mean... It was like 4, maybe. Or 4 or 6, I think. Games I liked. Honestly, there's not been many mascot horror games I've hated. Batman's one that I don't like. I'm not gonna say I hate it, because, you know, hate is a strong word in this context. But there's definitely ones I've enjoyed more than I enjoyed Ban Ban. Sorry, you Ban Ban enjoyers. I don't mean to burst your bubble and say the game you guys like sucks, but it's just not for me, you know? Monster spawners, that's what I'm looking for. It's like 6 or 8. I think it was 6. I don't think it was 8. Because I feel like it was 3 across and 2 back. Okay, well, to be fair, Ender, when you're going to a relative's wedding, that kind of is like, there's a good chance that happens, you know? That would be cool. Wonder if there is a Bedrock version, so I don't have to go through the horrendous process of downloading literally anything on Java. Not to hate on Java, I don't mean that against Java specifically, just if any of you have tried to, like, import mods or anything on Java, it's just a horrible experience overall for everyone involved, which would just be probably you, because you'd be the one installing the mods. Gonna make Ban Ban 1. Ban Ban 1's been made. Ban Ban 1 I made it, like, when I made Chapter 1 of Poppy Playtime, funnily enough. It's funny how, like, bang bang those have been, because it was chapter 1 and Ban 1 at the same time, pretty much. I think they were like maybe, I remember like 2 weeks apart. And then it was chapter 2 and Ban 0 at the same time. So 2 minutes. I don't hate Java like that. Like, I know I'm a Bedrock player and I'm supposed to, not actually, but like, I don't understand the hatred. It's still Minecraft. A lot of the mechanics are different, and I think if you're used to one, then you're gonna not like the other's mechanics, but it's still the game. You know, like, maybe I'm too simple, but message retracted. Looked over just too late. Would have loved to know what you just said. So much. Yeah, if someone would go over to the hallway and enter life. Valid. I don't know. I'm a fiend for the horror stuff, so. That is one of the things I don't like. I just think it's weird. I don't know. Again, maybe that's just because I'm used to Bedrocks, but Bedrocks is so much simpler. Populate the movie. There is one confirmed, isn't there? Special night Playtime go extra one of tracing. Ow, my wrist. What do you mean by tracing exactly? Tunnel part in Man 0. Ah, yes, my favorite. I feel like Ban tries too much to be like other mascot horror games. Although I feel like they're all kind of falling into the trap of, like, just not differentiating themselves enough from the rest of the games. Because, like, what made Poppy Playtime so cool for a while for me was the fact that it was different. You could, you know, play the game and it wasn't like any other mascot horror game. But as more and more have been getting made, they've just kind of all been lost in each other because they keep kind of copying each other in a way. Like, it's all some weird misshapen furry guy as a main character trying to chase you down, you know, like... What is going on there? There's a ceiling tile out that I want to have out specifically. I think it's here. Somewhere like that. I mean, yeah, true, Gomga, true. There's a light over that. Wait, where? It's like right there. Sure, it's still downloadable somewhere. I don't know what it would have been on originally, though. Where is the police during all this? That's a really good question. Yeah, why did nobody investigate the facility? I mean, I guess we technically don't know that. Technically. Because, I mean, it was abandoned anyway. But I feel like the living toys or, like, something would have been alarming at some point in time to not even let it get as far as it did. Hearing banging. The voices. Except for right now, I'm not. But yeah, a lot of the time I do, just because it's easier. Also, absolutely massive brain cell count for that one, Gumga. Insanity. I don't think you, I mean, I don't think you have to necessarily play the game to be able to build it, but also there is an extent to where, like, yeah, you probably should have some sort of experience and familiarity with the game. Just because, you know? Like, I know Piano doesn't always play games. Piano is like a PS1 game compared to Poppy Playtime graphics. I agree, actually. The graphics is one of the big things that makes Ban just kind of a toss to the side, you know? Just not all that good. Okay, what is the rest of the deal with the ceiling here? There's a couple more panels in that area that are missing, which is like here and of course here, which I kind of sort of can't do. I'm just showing you, that's fine. No one will know. Adrian was so blind. And I'm not talking about the graphics are, I want to say, an acquired taste. It isn't necessarily what I'm implying though. Like, Bandman's graphics, again, if you look at Poppy Playtime or look at a game like that, Bandman's graphics are not good. They're not, like, horrible. It's not like you can't see, but, like, it's so plasticky. That's kind of, I think, the best way to describe it, is it's a lot more plasticky. Poppy Playtime and even, like, Indigo Park and some other mascot horror games I can't think of right now are so much more... like, dark and gory and stuff. Ban and even Frankie. I mean, Frankie's gory, but Frankie isn't... like, lighting-wise isn't particularly great. Most areas are very bright. Or very dark, but it's not like that kind of in-between range where it's like moody lighting. Said it's sucky suck. Yeah, no, it's, again, quality over quantity, especially for games. Like, what is the story of Ban? Does anybody actually know? I don't mean that in, like, an insulting way to Ban, but I haven't kept tabs with the lore. I know it's very similar to Poppy Playtime from what I've understood from reading stuff. But it seems like it's mostly like the monsters. It's just, I don't know. And I mentioned this when I was playing Chapter 4, not specifically what I'm going to say, but I mentioned it in general. What made me dislike Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime so much was that it literally felt like a Ban game to me. Like, it had that amount of dialogue and the, like, characters that were, you know, friends and, like, this whole group and stuff. That felt very Ban-esque to me. That's something I don't like in mascot horror. Just personally, I mean, I can understand it to some regard as to why you would enjoy something like that, but for me, it just wasn't it, you know? How far does this tunnel go? Not that much further than this. You did as SB 3 times? Why 3? Couldn't come home from the kindergarten over get some underground facility. That's a good point. Yeah, no, I don't like the yapping in games. I like it to some extent. Like, I thought the doctor's lines in Chapter 4 were good, but for a character like the Poppy and Doey lines, there was a point to where I was just like, okay, just shut up. Like, I'm not here to hear you yap for 15 days. I'm here to play the game. I understand the whole, oh, but it's lore development or whatever. There's better ways to develop the lore than make you sit there and stare at a character for 5 minutes as they talk about the great collapse of 1983. Like, I don't know. Not every character needs 12 separate 5-minute long monologues. Yeah, and I like how, I guess Poppy Playtime has done it, and Bendy with the, like, audio recordings that you don't have to listen to, but you can. I think that's cool because, you know, it gives you lore if you want it, but you don't need to listen to them to complete the game. Although I know Bendy has a few that you have to listen to for, like, codes and stuff, which I don't particularly like, but I mean, again, that's personal preference, whatever. Ollie also yaps. I hated Yali? Hated Ollie regardless of if he yapped or not, to be fair. I don't think the yapping was my problem with him, but... didn't help his case, I suppose. Tiny tracks? Something like that. Toughest build? I love how I just messed up every single one of these stairs but one. That's brilliant. That's what I get for looking away, I guess. Frankie might not be the hardest, but Frankie's up there for sure in overall difficulty. I don't really feel like I would say it's been the most difficult. I think you know what I'll say that was. And this is also up there. This might be 2. Ironically, 1 and 2 are my favorites, so... What I think annoyed me about the Dowie and not Ollie, Poppy, was they were like back to back. Like there were a couple sections where it was just them two like alternating between just yapping for 5 minutes. And you just weren't doing any gameplay. Finding Frankie was perfect. I don't know if it was perfect, but I did really like it. I thought it was a really good game. It absolutely differentiates itself from every other mascot horror game. For good reasons. And that does, like, I mentioned that, I think, on one of the last streams, like, Frankie did do dialogue near perfect. It was that range to where it wasn't too much dialogue, but it wasn't too little either. It was just right. Just gonna build this entirely to start. And then I can break whatever I need. Because I think it'll make more sense to my brain to do it that way. Does this line up perchance? Does it? This is a 2 yellow. It does line up, nice. Because that means I can literally just look over and say, okay. Oh, sorry, sign. It's FNAF security breach. I think HN is a great example of no dialogue, still builds lore. Yeah, not that HN is a great game, but SB, yeah, no. Unfortunately. SB might actually be hardest, though. I like 3 better than 2, but it's not to say I hate 2. I do like 2 still. I just think 3 was perfection. 3 was how every game, or any game should be. That's how you do mascot horror correctly. Hi, Nathan. I almost really just said Mango. Hello Neighbor practically is a dream. One day it's gonna come out that the entirety of every single Hello Neighbor game was just dreams. And I'm gonna laugh because I predicted it. I loved Mommy's character. I thought she was done so well. Perfect mix between just entirely off the rails, yet also still sane. Not really, but I mean, she was a little bit sane. Like, I don't know. Not like off the rails too crazy to where it was like noticeable in every word, but just like enough off to where you can tell there's something a little bit wrong with her, like as a person, I guess. Sure, we're gonna go with person. So if anyone deserves to die alone, it's you. Toy Liker, they copied that from who? What do you mean? Yeah, no, definitely at some parts, Ender. Why don't I use bamboo stairs? Because it's lame. More so because either way, it's either sticking in or sticking out, and I don't want it to do either. Either sticking out too much or, you know, whatever. Or Kissy and Dog Dan, they're both almost dead. True. Daddy long legs and baby long legs? I would assume there's no actual answer and that it's just kind of whatever. Maybe they'll get it revealed at some point, although I doubt it. There's a lot of characters they have like made on posters and stuff that just don't exist. I would love to see an axolotl character. Be like a cool one for the Yarnaby thing, like the wildlife conservation or whatever. Darn an incinerator. Probably just failed experiments. I mean, I guess technically we don't know that they ever had a big body version. Just wanna AFK for a second, you're good, Beaks. Like, next door having kids, like making them, like have cutouts? Well, yeah. Well, that doesn't mean they have actual physical representations, necessarily. Because there's been a lot of about failed experiments in the game. I think chapter 4 was really the first chapter to actually shed anything on that. With the one section. With the red smoke and all the, like, glass chambers and whatever. PS1 and to play GTA 1. Oh my god, just saying GTA 1 is crazy. But I also use Strip Jungle, but I'm gonna pretend that I didn't because I just don't feel like it, honestly. Family long legs are probably long gone. Yeah, long, just like their legs. Gray concrete powder. I could definitely see that, Giampi, yeah. I don't know why I just, like, turned the N in your name to an M, but it just happened, so. 37, that's kind of a lot, I'm not gonna lie. That feels like over the... I'd say the legal limit, but I don't know if there's actually a legal limit. I don't know if that's a thing. I feel like it should be, but... This is one or drunk saying once her counting was for how long until she killed you. Correct? Yeah. I did find that out once. I was curious if she actually would kill you when she counted to 1, and she does, so. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. But yeah. Because I was like, I wonder if she'll just, like, move on and not. But no, she does immediately. To be fair, I don't know what else I would have expected, but... Guess I kind of deserved it at that point. Hello, Ouija. Don't forget, though, he was only meant to have 2 bodies, bitch. I fell in the dough. The fact he was supposed to have 2 to begin with is kind of weird when you think about it. Most painful thing to build in this map? All of it. No, yeah, it's... I don't know. These rooms have been kind of rough to make. But... Definitely been, like, just overall Chapter 3. This room might have been the worst, though. Between, like, just this kind of set of rooms here, this first cluster. Because you have to make sure... this is proportioned right to this, and that this is like long enough, and just like this, it did everything lines up basically. It was not fun. I had to go through like 4 different iterations of things. Top view, you mean like this? I'm not ready for playcare. That might be the worst room. Like, just overall. Hardware is getting killed in game? Yes. The easy way is looking up a YouTube video. The extremely difficult way is pulling up the code and finding it that way. I'm sure you could do that. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to do that, but... surely it's got to be possible. Okay, this is the not so fun part. Oh, there's just like no railing on the inside. That's good. Actually, no, that makes sense, because if this is like a, you know, a station, then you're not gonna be like jumping over the fence. Ready to build the cave systems? Nope, not at all, Horrorthon. Oh, I'm scared for the caves. I don't think so, Beaks. Not particularly. Oh yeah, I never added the clock. Hold on. What'd I put it on? Like a wall, maybe? Higher than I'd like, but I can't put it on the sign, obviously. And lower than the sign is not what I want either, so... nice. Not the best. Good at Psychodunus from the vendor. Any of the chords. I bought an animatronic once. I know this is not related, but it was from, I feel like this should have been the first red herring, but it was from Sam's Club, and it didn't have an adapter. So once I finally got the adapter, the thing was broken. So yeah, I did still make a video on it because you know, content, and then I also broke it while trying to disassemble it because it had this like plastic, almost like a slider piece, so I think the hands or whatever could slide on it, and I just snapped it clean in half with my bare hands. So I was like, yeah, no, I guess it's good that I want to return this anyway because this thing is made of glass. Bring this further so it goes... guess it doesn't have to go that far back, actually. Well, it might, because the side goes... seems like it goes further back. I mean, I don't particularly feel like they failed me all that much. That was definitely unfortunate. Although that's also not really Sam's Club's fault. It's kind of the manufacturer of the props' fault, but... either way, like, really? really? I'll do all this effort to buy this thing, and then it just doesn't work. But I ended up getting... I guess it would have been Death Ray instead, so I'm happy with that trade-off. Suggestion, playground instead of building statues, my just make a statue of me. That's a great idea, actually. Wait, okay, no, I'll probably end up having 2 playcares in this world, so in the other one, I should just replace all of the statues in the middle with, like, various versions of my skin. Because I'm gonna end up having the one I make originally over there, and then I'll probably have to structure block it somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Because I don't really think it's gonna make sense where it is. MCUI update? Are you talking about the, like, main menu? Where is it gonna be? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. And the other side will come forward. Yeah. But also, like, bulge out and then go back up, so it's a little bit more in line. But, like, basically what I mean is that it's gonna do, like, this. And then it'll end up evening back out. Sort of. Structure block it at the hub so you can walk into a door with the buildings due to different games. I'd have to probably make an entirely different version, Chris, because playcare is going to be, like, larger than the entire lobby, pretty much. But so many blocks in one microphone doesn't get laggy at all. I mean, recently I've been having problems with it being laggy in this world. But, like, I do feel like I can't just kind of overlook the fact that I do have this entire forest. Like, I feel like that's definitely part of my problem. It's fine right now. It usually is just like when I'm recording on console, I'll notice it. When I have both accounts, I'm like, yeah, you can see there, like, that's not great frame rate. But I mean, again, like, look at how much grass and moss and trees there is. Like, it kind of makes sense. But down here, it's fine. I mean, I can still look up and it's fine. Make play for the lobby. No, yeah, I know what you're saying. But I feel like that would be like a 40-50 block walk to each area, you know? How big is that? It's, you know, average size. Well, okay, the forest... I'll put it this way. The forest covers the start of Chapter 3 almost entirely. Covers almost the entirety of Chapter 2 and does cover Chapter 1. Entirely. Just like that edge over there, which shouldn't even be there actually, of Chapter 2 is out. Hello, Michael. Small map. I bet it has a great personality. That's insane. But yeah, it actually does have a great personality. I've talked to it a couple times. Did I just trap myself? Okay, no, I didn't. Thought I did, but we're good. I'll rough it up a little bit more in a moment, or in a second here. I just gotta bring this back first on this side. Good lord, not the double whammy. This is the last full light I need. Well, I say full, but I mean, not so full over here. Hello, Telltale. Hello, Billy and the Tears. You're gonna make the outside or inside or both. Inside has already been done. That's just chapter 1. Which you do need for it. I made a community post yesterday that said that because I did have a couple people asking about it. But yeah, just if you find the Poppy Playtime tutorials playlist, chapter 1 will be in there, and just follow chapter 1 and then build the exterior around that. Doing a small amount, how long is it going to take? A lot. I don't particularly have a timetable because I want most of this to be on some sort of a stream. But as long as it takes, basically. Hello, DC Plays. You're good, Beaks. You're good. That's where I switched to gray. I had to, like, just process for a second what I was doing, and then I got there. I'm gonna put that there because content. Not actually because content, because it should be there. Dogs or cats? I'm more so dog person, but I don't hate cats particularly. I don't look at cats and be like, oh, you disgust me, you know? Although I've had some... Okay, you're becoming a stare. Had some cat experiences that I could have benefited from not having that makes me hate cats a little bit more. But, you know, still not horrible. Hi, a cat person. I'm just Matthew. Felt like that was an appropriate time. Hi, Stairs. I'm just Matthew. With some translations. Translations are cool. I agree. Tranchacks of Chapter 2. No, there's not. I'm debating on doing one, but I'll explain why I don't want to do one because, like, okay, so it's just a lot of the same thing, right? Obviously, the curves are, like, kind of difficult, and that would definitely be something I'd want to do or explain, but, like, other than this part, it's not really all that different. But it would be a lot of just me being like, okay, yeah, you want to do this kind of pattern, you know, the diagonals, and just a lot of explaining that without really necessarily needing everything, because it is just rinse and repeat. Definitely messable, uppable, whatever that means, but we'll just see. That would kind of more so tie into the fact as to whether or not I would do a Chapter 3 tutorial. Because if I did a Chapter 3 tutorial, I would obviously need to connect it, and that would pretty much be that. But as of right now, there's not one planned, so I'm not really worried about it. There's a point that is broken here. It's like... What was it? This, maybe? It's actually way further than that. Whoa, hold on. Okay, yeah, so it's from here. This side is broken. And there's a panel somewhere down here that has some of the tracks that are now gone. I don't know why I textured this first, to be honest. It was kind of a dumb mistake, but whatever. My life is 3 feet long and my height is a few years. So true. Let's do Safe Haven. That'd be a fun one to build, I guess. I think that'd be better than some of the rooms in Chapter 3, to be honest. I was talking to Piano about it, because I was just kind of wondering what his general consensus was, and he said Chapter 4 is a lot worse than 3. Because, like, I would think, just from, like, playing both, I would think 4... I think 4 would be easier, but... I don't know. I guess I won't know until I build it. But, you know, that's not really important yet, because you see I'm building this right now. This is what's important right now, but... I was kind of just curious either way. Life and Foundation. He's probably the only person making Chapter 4 right now, if I had to guess. And he, like, just finished it, too. Which is cool. So, if you guys do want a good Chapter 4 build, go sub to him. I don't know when it'll be out, but should be soon. Be there and then there. You can absolutely, DC. If you make any video on it, I would just, like, maybe credit for some of it, but yeah, absolutely. Not like my designs are insane or anything. It says YouTube Life and Foundation. Anybody? Can any of the mods here link it perchance? Oh, I just popped my shoulder. That was weird. Pixel art? Oh lord, my pixel art is a mess. Hold on. Boink. Make sure this doesn't play a video or something. Okay, good, it won't. There you go, there's Piano's channel. Okay, thanks, Chris. Now you do it, I see. Thank you, though. Yeah, go figure, right? See you later, Beaks. Click my link. My link's totally better. It'll get you to the same thing. I'm just screwing with Chris is all. That's always how it works, though. I swear, you can't make that one up. My link won't install Ponzi for your PC. Mine might, honestly. Can't really confirm, nor deny. Already subbed, hell yeah. Kind of makes sense. I feel like he's like the... Obviously he's not like the biggest Minecraft YouTuber, but I would say he's like considerably on the list of massive Minecraft builders, especially for game builds. I am trapped again. For like 2 years ago? Like, I'm not really surprised. Hello, Red Drop. Yeah, Chris is becoming... Oh my god, Chris is becoming hacker, man. He's also becoming install a virus into my throat, man. Hello, JIP John, and thank you. Oh yeah, I need the pillar in the middle. Is it directly in the center? Can I see from here? Yes. Up anymore, which is why that was actually a problem, and I just noticed that now. So thanks me for being stupid, but don't win some. Like, okay. Whatever. Average Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, average stream moment. God forbid I go to stream without some sort of a lag issue. Is that just not allowed anymore? It was, yeah, it was Chris. Chris unleashed the hacker, man. Oh, I can't wait for the playtime go. It's gonna be a good one, hopefully. Do be ready for it though, because it'll absolutely take away your your freedom. No, not your freedom, but I feel like the trial spawners look better for some reason. This is connected to chapter 2. Hold on, I'll show in a sec. I feel like slabs would make more sense here though, really quickly. Oh my god, I gotta go speed mode. Okay, then I'll post the signs. I wonder what the back of that looks like. You know what? That's not my problem right now. Neither is the fact this is off-centered. But if I fly down this way... Skirt. It wasn't. It was just my inventory tripping, I think. Because it was probably because I did this or something. And then, like, switched off quickly or... Yeah, I did that. There you go. But yeah, there's chapter 2. Thank you, Red Drop. So I gotta finish the train, probably. Or add the other carts. Or do something. But I kind of like it open like that. I mean, I guess adding the other carts won't change that, but whatever. Chapter 1, I would have been... What, August of 23, maybe? And then no, not August, probably like June. And then I took it like a huge break and I didn't really work on it much until last year, like mid last year. What demon possessed you to say this, Nathan? May 7th? True. What day is today anyway, the 4th? That's the first playtime go part, guys. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. This one, Nathan. That message. That one. I would like to at least get through, like, 2/3 of chapter 3 before I even think about chapter 4, because, you know, I'm not there. I can't wait for October 12th. Welcome back, cool gamer. Oh, go on. You can answer my question or just say, oh yeah, that one, and then walk away. I feel like this is a dare or something. I feel like you got dared to say that somehow. Because I don't feel like you would just, like, come into my chat and say that, just, like, for no reason. There has to be something, right? I'm not stupid. Can't wait for June 19th, 2037 at exactly 4:36 p.m. When will episode 4 be? We're not even done to 3! 4 will be a while, though, probably, because it's a time-lapse. I know you guys love when I do time-lapses, so I'm gonna keep doing them just because. Hello, Laser Wolf. Hello, Zeus. Well, let me finish 3 before I consider 4, because, you know, 4 is a big task as well, and it just depends on a lot of things. If I can even finish 3 in a reasonable amount of time. Yes, you, Nathan. Good lord. Who, me? Sorry, I had to get you back with it. No, you're saying something. They're talking about something I said, Laser Wolf. Don't get me started on you getting started on time lapses. Sorry, I had to think about that. Nathan, why are you confused? You're not just gonna come into my chat and say you like Fortnite. Assuming that's what FN means, unless we're just not on the same page here. But I'm pretty sure I'm on the same page as you. I'm actually going insane. I'll do member shout out now. How's that one sound? Thank you too. Rachel Thurman, Not Dreamy, Metro Shulker, Tiffany, Max, Horrorthon, Scribbled On, RN Gaming, Chris, Nate's Plays, Rose Russell, Blood Killer, Vid Awesome, The Blueberry Reflex. Ow, I still feel like I'm saying that wrong. Will, Howard, OMS Gaming, Michael, The Gaming Pro, Georgie Bros, Game Bros TV, Jamie, Laser Wolf, Milan, John, and I want to say Spokone for being our channel members. It is Anakin. I just feel like there has to have been something that somebody said. Like, RN was like, hey, it'd be funny if you went into Matthew's chat and said that. It's so uncharacteristic. I don't know. Every time before you've been like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. But you're never just like, oh yeah, great game, peak game. Hello, for the people. No, you're actually not hearing right. You're hearing left. I'm sorry to be the one to break that news to you, but you've been hearing left all your life. Mine has been alright. How has yours been for the people? Oh, did Andrew say that? I didn't see that message. I feel like that would give me... But still, that just still doesn't... I don't know. I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. Playcare will be a pain. I'm so not ready for that. It's okay, though. We march onward. Through this absolute... build. That's all I really have. Just this absolute build. I'm actually not under, so I'm probably fine to not be doing that, but still. It's starting to, like, rough these up a bit more because I feel like they're too flat. I don't need the proof. It's just that doesn't give me the clarification that I'm confused about. look like his mic is muted. I can see that my mic is not muted, you gaslighter. Diary of a Minecraft Zombie. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of those, oh my god, what were they? The Minecraft, like, teacher, school thing, whatever it was. What were those called? Oh my goodness. They've been absolutely destroyed now by the modern day society, but probably jumped up to 2 or 1. I like 2 more than 1. 1 doesn't really have a lot going for it, I feel like. Minecraft teacher. Is that what it was called? That feels wrong, but also, like, I don't have anything to refute against that with, so I don't really... Monster School, thank you. Somebody knew what I was talking about. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can, Laser Wolf, just as long as you do give credit. I'm okay with it. I do love, I guess any sort of... What's the word I'm looking for? There's like a specific word. Publicity, there we go. For the stuff, you know? Let's get it out there a little bit. Obviously, just like taking it as your own is an entirely different conversation, but you know. Just watch Monster School with your cousin in 2018. I don't remember much about it. I just remember watching it. Chris is awesome, more like Chris is hacking. I'm so funny. Oh yeah, that works. Laser Wolf. Blank. One final blank maybe? Blank. Nice. I don't, Chris. Hello Maximus, chapter is my favorite. I think, like, within the game, I have to say 3. I love the way 3 plays out. 4 might have the most fun, like, just gameplay in general, but the amount of dialogue and stuff brings it down for me. 3 is, like, the perfect mix of play and listen to yapping, but it's also not too much like yapping, which is, you know, my main problem with... Two or 4. Gonna build bananas. Batman guy, so true. It's not even necessarily against you. It's just I'm weird with having people help with games like that because I have such a rhythm, like when I'm building, and for things like, you know, walls and stuff, I feel like there's not many people that would be able to build just with me. Not because I'm better or worse or anything, just because, like, you know, I have a specific way of going about it sometimes, and it's hard to, I think, match that kind of rhythm, you know? Sure it's fun puzzles too. True. You meant to say something? No. Cats or dogs? Dogs. Only here to make you laugh and cry. See, I'm a family guy. Oh. Batman 0 to schedule 4 segment pattern. What do you mean what segment pattern are you talking about? Are you talking about the floor? Wait. Oh, the floor in the big room, right? The square hell, as I call it. Leave Playcare, I'm coming for you. I still wonder if Catnap actually said that. What do you guys think? Was it Catnap or was it just a prototype? Because I feel like if it's the same phone, it should just be prototype, right? Trying to scare us. 4 corners? Oh, I know what you're talking about now. True. The last video message that's reversed. But how is that related? On today's episode of Weird Block Choices. Oh yeah. It's for the like border. It looks a little weird from the side, but I don't really know what to do about that. Hi again, Lefty. Invitation in the delivery pickup room. No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you built it, give yourself credit. Don't say, "Oh yeah, this guy built it" when you were the one who built it. Okay, I'm laughing at that for a different reason. I guess I'll say T-Jock specifically because you were the one who did something, but I'm not laughing at that not because of the question, but because of the context. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say, but that's funny. Yeah, no, but I'm saying like the added stuff specifically. Obviously, give yourself credit for those parts. Did he sell that? Wait, was it again? Yeah, no, I can understand. I understand it. I understand it. You're just soft, man. I'm just kidding. Went from Gob to Frankie to PP. Whoa, we did what now? Yeah, we're going through it all. Figuratively and literally. Oh, and by the way, my name is Ali. Nice to meet you. Sorry, that voice clip just appeared on the screen, and I felt like I needed to make fun of him. Well, then what are you now, man? I should be able to hold a name career, so right? I'm too fat? Help? Okay. Can I make it? Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, I haven't. Hate to break it to you, Nathan, but I never built Hello Neighbor. It's all a dream. What would you guys, like, do if one day you woke up and just, like, half of my builds just didn't exist? Like, there's no trace of them at all. Not even, like, somebody else having a map or something. Just like they didn't exist. What would be, like, the thought process there? I feel like for me, if I saw that on my own stuff, I'd be like, what? What happened to just the past, like, 4 years? Cry. Artist jump in the century, yeah. Banner populate them. Did he do some weird things with the outside? Yes? Yeah. I think so. Shoot, you're right, man. Completely forgot. I just went straight to 3. You know, I was so ready to build 3 that I just missed 1 and 2. I gotta get on that. Whole crisis. That's a good answer, actually. I feel like one day I am gonna wake up and something's gonna be just, like, slightly wrong. Like, it's gonna be like a build is gone or something, and it's just gonna be like, what? Or like something that I thought had happened didn't, and I'll be like, that's no, you can't, I'm being gaslit. Thank you for the £5 donation. I'm sorry if that was wrong, Laser Wolf, but thank you either way. Of course, of course. Making it not abandoned, so it feels like it's still open. Hell yeah, I love that idea, actually. No, I gotta get my thoughts out first. If I build too much, I lose momentum quicker, so I gotta take my, like, periodic breaks for 3 seconds. Keep it up, you know? And also I gotta make sure I get right angles and stuff. Like, you know, like, kind of like an actual right angle, like that. That's a right angle. I don't know. Check his channel description and sim. Or you could literally just ask him. Are you in? You're not in a server, are you? I was gonna say you could ask him. Or if you want to send me the link, I can bring it up to him. Over dinner, I'm just kidding. But no, I can bring it up to him. If you're not in his server. Burn your birthday? Hell yeah. Hey, my birthday is almost here, actually. Well, not almost. Like 4 weeks. Just not quite 4 weeks away. Where did Revived go? I feel like out of any map, if I could drop one and have one, like, never exist, I feel like it would be Revived. Like, not the things in the map necessarily, but the map as a whole. Revived is the one burden, I feel like, out of my maps. Quizzes are quizzical in physics, or let's say physical than water. Okay, Chris. Yes, Gamga, yes. I don't know why I'm texturing one at a time like this. This is not the normal way to texture, but... too bad. I already knew what I wanted next. Polished andesite. Polished andesite, stone bricks, maybe like tough bricks, and maybe polished stuff as well. That's completely reasonable, Chris. Completely reasonable. Yeah, they're just gonna hide away in a corner. No, I feel like that was reasonable. You gotta use your nice manners. No. Hopefully the tough bricks and polished stuff will cancel each other out, as in it won't make either one stick out too much from the rest. Because there will be enough of it. But I guess we'll see. I want you to be a polished stuff. Or I just want you in general. That's also an option. Not much. Not much, man. But I try. Also, I do know you said us. I don't mean... I meant that in a different way than what you might have immediately thought. You shall jump in a 7-Eleven bathroom. I'm gonna stay out of this one. Because I don't want to go to a 7-Eleven. Nice, that looks good. Yeah, those texturing always works well with the rocks. That was kind of a whatever, look at the block and you use it pretty much. This news coming from a guy placing bricks in a rock. You're uncalled for. 7. Okay, I don't know about all that now, Chris. Yeah, that one was a little... You can't do anything on that account, can you, Nathan? Anything else I want to use? Like Mossy Cobble might be cool, but... I could try it. That actually kind of works with the Tough, surprisingly. The Tough has like that greenish tint. It's not quite as green, obviously, but... There's gonna be no stone by the time I'm done with this, because now I also have to add in mossy stone bricks to cancel it out. I just can't stop texturing. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. It's a stream, not actually. You're brunt at? I know you mean burnt out, but classic, honestly. You can't lose her. Add smooth stone. God damn it. I should. You're right. I definitely should. Sorry, what'd you say? Man, I couldn't hear over the sound of me placing a building. I'll add smooth stone, but I'm gonna time you out if you give me another block after this. Texture the smooth basalt too? Stop. Stop. What's smooth basalt, actually? Wait, where are you seeing smooth basalt, you chicken? Bark, bark. Oh, I misplaced you, that's why. I think it's fine, I think it's fine, I'm leaving it. Because I usually use it anyway, Chris. Pale moss, oh my god. I've been using all slabs, so either way that's a no. It's a hard pass. Because I'd also use cracked stone bricks then, and you know. Oh, under the damn track. That's neither. That's just regular old basalt, goofball. I probably should, though, you're right. Could texture with bedrock. You're gonna have to hear me out. It actually works. See, it works. I used it earlier, so I'm gonna do it. I think I wanna... That, like, is barely different for some reason. Let's do a little bit of a light graze over. You're going insane. Boom, roasted. Bring it over because I really saw it. Home pianist probably time it was approved. Was it like Ruben or whoever? Because that's the only one I'm at least aware of. Although he doesn't tell me everything, obviously, so there could have been a potentially different one. What about this in survival? Wow, you just use a different block, honestly. Like, there's a lot of other options. Cobble deep set would be a good one. I'm texturing, guys. Calm down. I would do that. I would for real do that. Relax, guys. We're just adding a little bit of spice to the wall. There's no need to get so upset. But it's just like a cinder block or something. It's like a different sized brick. Surely eventually they'd even out in size, right? Assuming they're both even numbers. Yeah, I have textured myself, actually. Does he not have other maps? Well, I guess I think he does have somebody who builds with him, but... It's not a bad thing, necessarily, to have a build team, as they call it. Thank you, Daryl, and hello. Yes, it is my eye. enough. I'm joking, of course. At least about that part. Only original thing is Bendy? He has FNAF maps, doesn't he? Unless they're not original and I'm just incorrect, but... I don't know. Because I just haven't yet, Gamga. I was gonna wait until I had the room size done, but now that I have the room size done, you make a fairly good point, so I'm gonna do that right now. Just since the old Act 3 tutorials, oh my goodness. That is so long ago. Matter is back. Texture LN2. I've thought about it recently. I have genuinely thought about going back and texturing LN2. The only reason I won't is because I don't think it would just be a good idea. Like, I don't think enough people would be interested in me doing that. Really? Stop playing now. Nice, Laser Wolf. Interesting. Again, maybe I'm just defending because I do think he's a cool guy, but I don't know. He's in piano server. I like him. FNAF Master collaboration with Fazbear Gaming. Oh, I see. Thank you, Nate, and hello. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Screw you. I've also bounced between the different blocks anyway, and I can't seem to find one that I particularly like using more, so... it varies per chapter. I think the first two are the same, but this one has changed. At least, Life Blue to Cyan. Life and Foundation is, the channel name. But I call him Piano because... Yes. And Discord server. Game chat. DBF. Kind of afraid of spreading rank is gonna so different from usual content. I mean, you sometimes gotta take the risk. Like, it's not guaranteed to do well, obviously, but that's, you know, something you gotta kind of accept. Being a content creator is to take that risk and see how it does. Yeah, I think I started Poppy Playtime thinking you can get like 50,000 views. 24/7 stream texturing blocks because I'm addicted, not clickbait. Piano is his god name. It's a funny way to put it, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, do I look at the right wall perchance? Oh yeah, no, this area is just not fun. Oh, wait, actually that makes a lot more sense to my pea-sized brain. Creating a palette for every block in the game. That's actually not a bad Twitch stream idea. I feel like the weird things like that, like the goofy ideas, aren't quite YouTube. But thank you, Laser Wolf. Piano and Foundation. Every time we see a piano in a game, we say Life and Foundation. I was gonna say do 24-hour timeout, but actually that works better, T-Jack. I just saw that too. Alright, hold on. How much you guys want to bet that's a bot? Not that we'll ever have an answer, but like, what's your guys' wager? Mine's like a good 20,000. Favorite build I've done ever. This is number 2, I would say. I think Little Nightmares 2 is my number 1 still. I held so much sentimental value with that project. Have you heard yesterday? I think it was me. I think I did, because spam. Because it's a bot anyway, Nathan. Letter already sent it. And you can see. All right, cool. That, you know, that. I turn off to where you have to be following to actually send a message on Twitch, so that's removed almost all of the bots. there, but YouTube does have them. They're not as often, but they still exist. I think that was somebody else, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. That checks out, yeah. Again, and we talked about this on, I think, a Twitch stream. Like, it's not like my channel graphics are bad or anything. It's not like you look at them and like, what is going on? I mean, yeah, the banner needs to be updated, and I'm aware of that anyway. But, like, I don't know. I don't really feel like I need, personally, to have any sort of an upgrade. Especially to the logo. I think the logo is 10 out of 10. I love the logo. Damn, RN, that sucks. Hope whatever gets better. I have to ban loads of bots on JP stream. Tell JP to change his settings to where only followers can chat. They are. Like, again, if you want... If you wanna... oh, wait, that's not what that wall looks like. Interesting. If you wanna, I love words. I'm so good at them. If you wanna do something artistic, then, like, I don't know. Don't use a frickin' bot to do that, because that's so annoying. That's so petty. Like, you can't even come in here and say that yourself. Or, like, actually try to be kind, rather than just be like, hey guys, I'm a bot. Just, like, that's, like, the kind of message that screams, I'm a bot in your face. That's what matters is funny. Yeah, I mean, exactly. But I probably... My plan was Security Breach Atrium to make the banner, I think, when I finished it. And I finished it, so I just haven't gotten to it. Okay, there's Pippin game showed up a bit ago. It's 5 minutes long. Crazy. Timer yesterday? I don't remember. Hello, G. Okay, that's in line with the... There's this. Oh, I'm guessing it'd be that then, right? That makes kind of sense to me. Yes, it looks like it. Looks like there's also one on that side, so... Hello, stars. What did you do, Nathan? We should have Cartoon Network? Hell yeah. Tutorial will be out for what exactly? In front of this pillar. Let your bouncy ball type of message. That's crazy. No, it didn't go through. That's crazy. How does that bot comment get through, but Nathan's doesn't? Follow one of Let's Plays is kind of hard. Yeah, they definitely aren't meant for that, but like it's always an option if you guys wanted to try to follow. I think with this it's definitely more difficult, but got it done eventually. That's nice. Which one was it? Just out of curiosity. Actually, that kind of works. Novaz, I see, I see. Hello again, DC. barrel, yes. I'm taking that out of context. Somebody screenshot that and put it in quotes immediately. On a prototype? Ah. Well, now there's a new one anyway. Oh my god, Gomga, what do you mean? That's so weird. What? Think I get away with just not finishing this area immediately? I mean, I could. No one's gonna stop me. Except for the IRS. But that was because didn't pay my taxes, not because of this. It's also for legal reasons. It's a joke. Please don't come after me, IRS. I'm innocent. Sometimes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Look at the thing, or just don't look at the thing. That works too. There we go. Now I can see the thing. Next train. That's so much larger than it needs to be. That's diabolical. If it makes you feel better or worse or both, I graduated the same year as one of my cousins, and I think it was like one of my aunts, or like a majority of one of my aunts' like family just didn't show up to mine and went to my cousins, which I think they were back-to-back days or something, so like whatever. But I was like, really? Y'all are gonna go to one and then not mine? Like that just feels like a little bit of an insult, no? Least favorite build I've done. Probably some old, like, city build. Walmart is one that when I immediately think of old builds that I hate, Walmart comes up in my mind just immediately because that build is so bad. Were the IRS getting arrested? No! Use the barrel glitch in chapter 3 until it got patched. Crazy. I discovered a glitch in chapter 2 with an item that doesn't have, like, any gravity. Can I go away? Like, to get arrested or to, like, arrest me? Just so we're on the same page. I just want to make sure I know what's going on here. I don't know what I'm doing. I use trapdoors, but also like they're see-through. I'll just embed it in the wall, whatever. I'll have to go embed the other one in the wall, but... OG 6-year-old McDonald's tutorial is a classic. Honestly, yeah, I really like that one. That one is good. Okay, there's the mommy machine. No further clarification needed. The birch trapdoor. I mean, okay, yes. There's a couple trapdoors that are not see-through. Pale oak, one of them, but... Dark oak. Like, those are the only ones. Be this one. Y'all remember that design, right? That one's on you. Trapdoor's on the right. Actually, that means I don't need the trapdoors because it's up against our wall on the right. I find it funny, no disrespect, I would say, but you wait until after your timeout just to immediately come back and say, I gotta go, guys. The mommy machine, Nathan. I said the mommy machine. Texture and exterior. It wasn't that bad. Some sections were that bad, in fact. But overall, it definitely could have been worse. It's definitely not something fun to do solo, though, I will tell you that much. Remake builds are better than the original with this charm in the original. Yeah, I agree. There is always a kind of vibe to the original. It's one thing that's kind of been like with Playtime, Playco for me as I call it, because funny. It's just like, obviously the new one is so much better, but there is definitely, like, the old one isn't terrible, and it is still a nice looking build overall. By no means is it the best thing I've ever built, but definitely does have that aforementioned charm. There is so much going on. You realize when you're hidden, you can still see streams, right, Gamga? Unfortunately for your master plan. I'm so dumb. I was trying to find... Okay, so I was trying to get an angle of the dot over here to see what color it actually was closest to. And I just realized there's the same frickin' dot on the ceiling, so I could have used that for color instead. Not on Twitch. Don't care, didn't ask. I'm still correct. Loser. Clay might actually make more sense. I don't like the double clay, but well. Chapter 3 for some reason. Yo, why is my mouse hidden? I just discovered that it's really weird sometimes to have it, like on Minecraft, generally not, but if I'm playing like a different game, I'll sometimes like just, you know, wee with my mouse, you know, and just better to have it off. Why did you just say, Nathan? What? Huh? Now gaming. Murder drones reference. Sure, reach true armor. True. Well, that means I can end stream. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna immediately end. I mean, I would do that. That definitely feels like something I would do characteristically. It's not YouTube. It's, well, not even you necessarily. It's just your device. I won't do the middle one yet because I don't know how far back it should go. Although I do have to now remember that I can't use stairs, which kind of sucks. I mean, I could do mangrove, warped, and bamboo. The only one I'm actually opposed to there is bamboo. I think warped and mangrove would be fine, but I don't like bamboo very much. Your computer back. That's what you sound like right now. Hope you know. Take a song and write out the lyrics and make the lyrics look like how it's sung. You should, honestly. Sounds like fun. That's more blue, and also not too blue. It's not... It's the repetition of the same message over and over again. It's not how many times you send a message. You could chat the whole stream and it'd be fine. Just don't continue to say the same message over and over again, because then you'll get timed out. That is so cringe. On a scale of 1 to 10, there is no 1 to 10, because that's so cringe it is off the scale. That's kind of mean, Nathan, actually. Hello, Bash Entertainment. Nathan just, I don't know. I mean, don't say more than once, honestly. That's kind of where, like, the line could be. The line could be 2 or it could be 5. Like, it just... Say it once, and if I don't respond, then assume that it's for a reason. There's a little bit of dirt and stuff going on, but other than that, that's pretty much this area done. There's also lighting over there. Well, it's on both sides, but... I would say art corner because it's a drawing, but I guess I wouldn't bat an eye either way. I would just continue moving on about my day, but... So I guess ask the other mods. Wait, I could do beacons, couldn't I? Yeah, beacons kind of have the look I want. I wouldn't have to... Would have to black off the top, but... Hold the phone. That's off-centered. What is off-centered and why is it off-centered? Oh, you. Why are you off-centered? How did I do that? I mean, I can push it down, actually. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I can push it down from, like, this point. Wait, no, it would matter, though. God, whatever. It's fine. It can be off-centered. No one will know. I mean, everyone will know, but... How would they know? Probably regardless. Yeah, that's a lot of messages. Just like... Contribute to the conversation. Don't repeat things. And don't say anything too random or out of pocket. And don't send too many messages in too short of a time. Do it and find out is crazy. You're daring him. Talk normal is crazy. Why don't you listen to that advice, huh, Nathan? Boom, roasted. Imitate my old style and build poppy playtime like that? Absolutely not. I think that would, 1, destroy my brain cells, and 2, would just look horrendous. Y'all are bullies. I'm just gonna stop checking shit. I have literally, like, no space to work with, so don't expect this to look good. Not to my fault, though. I mean, to my fault, I guess. It is kind of my decision that I had no space, but... I've just built so much in this game, honestly, like... That's really the only thing I can say, is just continue to practice, and you might stare at a build for 15 minutes and not know why it looks bad, but one day you'll be able to look at that same thing and be like, this is exactly what I don't like about it. But yeah, that's one thing with Minecraft. You shouldn't really go into, especially if you're trying to build to any extent, you shouldn't go into be like, oh yeah, this will be easy work. Kind of have to expect it to be difficult and work with it. Ah yes, Bob the Builder, a certified Minecraft player. The head would be that. So what if I did this? I'm trying not to make you too tall, but definitely should be taller. This also looks stupid. So I guess I do this and then push you down. And then remove your arms because I have no space to put your arms. Honestly, I'm gonna push it back, I think. But it looks good. I think it would benefit from being back a little bit more though, just so it isn't so in like the face and it has a little bit more breathing room. Mainly because of the stone at the bottom rather than anything else. Although this might screw with me on the sides. We'll find out in a minute here. Yeah, that looks better, I think. I think it's supposed to a certain amount of blocks. Are you on Java or Bedrock, Laser Wolf? Found your second geocache today and went to the locations of 2 others. Yeah, Squidward. Leave me alone, Rez. Bedrock. So if you were placing a line, like let's say I go off this block, if you hold down mouse click and just move backwards, it'll just place a full row like this. And just keep going. Or, you know, up, down. Sometimes it's weird with, like, certain blocks, but full blocks, it's always fine. But yeah, Java, you can't do that. Java's weird. Still takes so long. Could be time lapses as well. It just depends. Up and down. Oh yeah, okay. I actually do that differently. So, can I build off anything here? I'll build off the top. So what I do is it's kind of weird to time it right, but I'll start, or I'll just like double tap and I'll electrify down essentially. And you see it'll just like keep placing and it'll for some reason place it faster. And the same thing going up. Let me see if I can break enough so I can prove it. It's a little bit weird to get the timing right. Like here, I'll do it this way. So like I'll just get low enough and then hold it down, and as I fly up it'll place with me speed wise. It's a little weird, but and I'll sometimes fill in walls with slash fill, so that could also make it quicker. Hello OMS. Oh, that was pretty bad. Green chat, true. It's good to see you have 906 hours on Geometry Dash. Is that a flex? No, not particularly. Where's Gaming Pro when you need him? Bro has like over 10,000 hours on that game. Iron slash fill today. It's definitely very useful. 10 out of 10. Do recommend using it as much as possible. There's nothing. Oh, you can walk through banners. Right. That's a thing. Whee! Slash fill is exactly very yes. What did I just say? Is exactly very yes. Can't even beat a medium demon. I've never touched Geometry Dash, so like I know the demons and stuff. Again, I've heard a rant or two from Gaming Pro, but I'm not familiar enough with the game to exactly know how much of a challenge that would be. Oh, that's fun. I would love a, like... Like a green something up there that wouldn't obstruct your path. I don't know if a trapdoor would work. I can try, but I guess down doesn't matter. It's not like you're gonna go down anyway. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Gonna make the top. No, I won't probably get there. That'll be Twitch stream at some point soon, I would imagine. Takes 5 minutes to do slash spell. Yeah, it's hard at first. You'll get more used to it the more you use it, though. You're always going down, Nathan. Pretty much a game about timing and not selling 95% into the level. Yeah, that checks out, I would say. That sounds like the Hollow Knight Radiance experience. Just honestly hope and pray. Hope, pray, and don't screw up. It's a great combo, and definitely definitely for a fun, not rage-filled experience. Yeah, that works, I think. Technically, the distance up here won't matter. I think the steeper, maybe the better, although either way, I'm going to end up running into this, I think. Not with the actual room, the cave. Well, the cave might not, actually. Depending on how, because I want to at least make the, like, rectangular tube that's at the beginning of the train tracks before the cave. And then I can kind of decide if playcare will fit underneath, because, you know, you would end up being from that point at the top of playcare, and, you know, based on that measurement right there alone, that ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, but it's still, again, contributing to the conversation is kind of the big thing, which you are doing. Oh, good. More just random block colors I don't want. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Who said that? I said that. What did I say? On a scale of 11 to 13, what did I say? I think I like the concrete, but wait a minute. I could just unironically use mangrove still. God dang it, Kissy. I think yeah, I guess Huggy probably. I don't know. For some reason, the like stature of it makes me think it's Kissy. And then yellow, I could use something weird for as well. Just so they're all kind of weird colors, you know, sponges. I can't force myself to do that without crying, so. You want to see me run to that mountain and back? You want to see me do it again? I don't know where that came from. It's just like some reserve in my brain was like, yeah, it's a good time to say this. Oh, so you do want to see me do it again, I see. I'm looking forward when I'm looking, or from this particular spot. Wait, am I? No, I'm not, actually. Wait, no, yes, No, I am. Sam, I am. You're just not in the right spot at all. That's my problem. You're also cracked for some reason, which is a little bit unfortunate. Did you say you want to see me run to that mountain back? You want to see me do it again? Because I can mimic that. You want to see me run to that mountain back? You want to see me do it again? Am I missing something, D-Jack? This time. Oh my god. You might need the context for the quote to understand it, though. I do this thing a lot of the time. You'll maybe see it sometimes in these like streams. I'd like count them, but I don't. Like, if it's a certain number, I'll count by threes, but it won't actually look like I'm counting because of the way that I count by threes. It's a weird system, but I'm getting at least roughly, because I'll count the amount of threes that I count, and then, like, I'll be like, okay, yeah, so, like, it was 3 threes, so it's 9. Just do the math instead. Happy Fazbear birthday? Pizza, games, and cakes? Open all the presents until your tummy aches. You're 1 year older on your special day. And when the song is over, you'll be on your way. I know what you're talking about, by the way. I know what you're talking about. That was what came to my mind first, so. Your pen is running out. Did you consider asking it nicely to not run out? It works every time, trust me. Pandemonium. So funny. I might be losing it, actually, at this point. It might be the point in this dream, though, where I'm losing my mind. Also, I've learned to be careful, T-Jock. I've learned to be careful. So that won't happen again. Don't trust, but try to trust. Maybe consider trusting. It shouldn't happen again. There's always a chance that it happens again. Good night, Lazy. Good and healthy. You look great, by the way. Very healthy. I'm just on a roll right now with the quotes. Sleep is for nerds. Yeah, and that's why you're stupid. I feel like that's the only applicable response. That's valid, that's valid. But again, I can just cut it out of the stream. What are they gonna do? Notice? Nah, they won't. Yeah, that's true, Aaron. You were. I'm like gonna make sure you actually sleep from now on, Aaron. I'm not gonna let you join anymore. Unless it's like a reasonable time for you, like YouTube stream time. No, no. I don't care about my age. I've said it on stream a couple times. I'm of legal age now, so I don't care enough. It's not like I'm like 16 or anything. But I don't give a flying frick. How's that one sound? Made it through a stream without a short. It's not over yet, Chris. It's not over yet. You know, you just fueled the fire in me to find something to say, right? Like, you just absolutely opened the door entirely. I'll make the decision at the time. How's that sound, Aaron? Because I'm not going to say yes or no right now, but... Huh. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. How did you mess that up? Does serve the thing. What the hell, Gomga? Then how the hell are you gonna join the Twitch stream then, RN? I'm talking about in-game, by the way, not like the actual watching. Expect something to happen in your height amount of minutes. That wasn't actually the joke, though. That's just, like, my warm-up, you know? That's like the, That's like the appetizer. Just getting you warmed up. I didn't mean watching. I meant, like, playing. Knowing you, you're probably stuck in a phone charger, Chris. Hello, Ink. You definitely should, yes. Poppy Playtime is fun to make, sometimes. There's so much, like... Again, it's the same thing with just dirt everywhere. Like this room had. What did I do for that? Console? Just console? Just console. Okay. No further questions. Yeah, my pre-joke. You're not gonna see what's coming. Mainly because it'll go over your head. Sorry, I can't help myself. You opened the door for it, so... It will definitely take a while, yeah. You have to wait in lines. That's so true. Sneak under a door. I really don't. I mean, I have like a little bit, not like anything crazy, but yeah, I've got a little bit of facial hair in general. Am I gonna keep my mouth shut next time? I'll try. Okay, well, like, you're in the hospital, and like, I'm not gonna force you to sleep if you can't. Just need to fill it. Whoa! Pause. Yeah, I've shown my face on more occasions than a lot of y'all realize. That is not a snow. Look at how much difference just the button texturing makes, though. Like, that makes so much of a difference for the floor. Yeah, a door I can't fit through, Nathan. Thank you, Wing. Caliber's a fun one, I think. Sometimes. Sometimes a fun one. There was something else, wasn't there? I swear there was something else. Am I delusional? I'm delusional, okay. Oh, wait, there's a sign there. Can I read it? No, but I'm blind. It's here, though, and I'm assuming there's one on the other side as well. Thanks, Lefty, I think. Oh, I can remember what I was forgetting. The ceiling tiles that are coming down. London Bridge is falling down. Was that like a FNAF animation years ago or something? That's what I'm thinking of right now. A FNAF 2 animation. Yeah, I do hope you feel better, though, RN. And you can return home soon. Hello, Nakia. I'm good. How are you? I read that as cheese. Oh my god. I read that as cheese, Ender. I can't believe this. I read I just read Parmesan cheese. I don't know how, but I did. We're gonna act 3. Nice, nice. FNAF 2 teaser. Okay, was it actually like an official? Okay. Permanent. No, Parmesan cheese. I do need glasses. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad about that. That was like not the right time to misread something. I have a couple payload pressure plates around. One in the corner. I didn't do the upper ceiling. What am I... Guys, I'm throwing. That's the statue. Left him. I've made... Oh my god. I've made Bendy Chapter 1 Ink Machine, which there is a tutorial slowly releasing. It's releasing every other week, parts are. And I would like to make Chapter 2 eventually, but we'll see. I'm starting to get close to wanting to, but as I mentioned earlier, I think I want to wait for it to hit 1,000. One of the parts of it, either whether it be the tour or one of the actual tutorial parts, to reach 1,000 views before I officially start anything. Why is that, Nikki? Yes, okay, but still. I can't not wish for positivity on your well-being, Aaron. It'd be like if I messaged someone was like, hey, I'm not feeling well. They're like, loser. Like, just, you know? Freshman, it does hit hard some days, doesn't it? I hate like 90% of the stuff that surrounds that though, like, I guess from other people. I don't know. Your IQ precisely 3. That is just you, gaslighter. I used heavy cores in here, didn't I? Yeah, heavy cores are basically blue if you don't look at them. More than yours. That's diabolical. I feel like I'd have a decent IQ, surely. Not like the greatest IQ anyone's ever seen, but you know. Hello, Cheethan, you're good. Everything alright? I hate to agree with you, Lefty. But also, like, I don't want to not let that happen because, you know, if you got to vent, you got to vent. Like, I do want this to be a space to where that at least you feel safe doing that, you know? I don't want people to try to say something and be like, nah, freak you, you know? Prototype is not full game of HN3. Choo-choo! Oh my god, it's the mommy cutout. Wait, I've made this cutout. Isn't it the one in the game station? We flying through walls for this one. Put Benny and Baldy in it to make a new Frankie. That sucks having to make a new one, but it sounds like a fun time. Get a heavy core and squint your eyes and slowly close them and think of the color blue, then they're blue. Spot on. Hold on, let me just... Spot on. For some reason, I can only snap with my left hand. I don't know why. I'm right-handed, but I can only snap with my left. Alright, guys, remember that? Cobble deep said 2 pink, 2 quartz. Except the quartz is going to be cyan terracotta. But just remember the quartz. Remember the quartz. Cobble deep said pink and quartz. I'm not going to look at chat so I can remember. Unless I forget, then I'll look at chat. What was that? I'm just kidding, I remember. And I'll just get outside. There, I got it, because whatever. Good enough, Nathan. I can't whistle. I just, like... I don't know how I learned to snap. I just kind of did. Like, I just started doing it sometimes and, like... Not perfect at it, but... Hey guys, if you want to know if there's going to be a tutorial on this map, watch the first episode of this Let's Build, and that'll give you all the answers you need for probably any question you have about the map. Because I don't really want to answer it every time, I'm going to be brutally honest. The NSR will be like my kind of a half texture block. I'm going to texture like some walls with it, because there's some walls that have like this weird pattern going on. Like I'll texture here too. There's like weird pattern going on, but like in the rooms themselves, I don't think I will. Like I'll leave these probably okay, because I don't have any of that. But just the walls in this main area, which I guess will include the top as well. I don't really know. Yeah, and again, I've mentioned this so many times, but I'll mention it again. I try to be giving you guys as much information as I can about things when I know. So generally, most questions will probably have some sort of an answer. Obviously not everything. There's some things I do keep quiet for reasons, but with something like a Chapter 3 tutorial, when I know either way there will be an affirmative answer, and I have given an affirmative answer as to what my current process or thought process with it is, so just do keep an eye out on videos. Community posts a lot of the time is what it will be in, but I try to put it in the Chapter 1, or the Chapter 3, Episode 1, rather, because I thought that would be probably where most of you would see that stuff. Oh no, not the British. I'm just kidding. DBF. All night to make it. Hell yeah. The all night Minecraft builds hit different. I'll leave this hallway untextured because I can't really texture with anything good. So I'm just gonna cry about it instead. Favorite chapter? 2 is probably the funnest to build. That's a word. 3 has not been particularly pleasant so far. Not like it's the worst thing in the world, but there's definitely been more enjoyable projects than this. Bye! But I really did enjoy making 2. I didn't really hate too much. Towards the end, it got a little bit, because of a lot of things, but still. Keep crying, I like it. That's so weird sounding. That's insane. I wouldn't recommend keeping that, but you know what? Do whatever the hell. I'll remove it if you don't, but... Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I feel like that was a little uncalled for, maybe. There's 24 hours. Take it or leave it. Well, I mean, you're having to take it, unfortunately. I don't think you have a choice. Pale moss works! Oh my god, it works for once! I'm gonna explode. Yo, epic ink. Love when the word gets spread, you know? Well, too bad, D-Jock. Wah wah, cry about it. Go cry me a really, really deep river. That and me crying, apparently. What music do I like? Main band right now is Citizen Soldier. Citizen Soldier and Pop Evil are like my big two. Also the score I have to throw in. Which, excluding the score, mainly heavier rock. An ocean? Sure. Any other trapdoors? No, okay. Let me make the staircases real quick, and then I might end voice crack Fall Guys music. Fall Guys soundtracks are pretty solid, actually. Can't really argue with that case. Got you hooked on Starset? Starset's a good one, too. They're surprisingly not that high in my, listen to. Pop Evil is like... I think Pop Evil was number 2 when I last saw. And then Citizen Soldier, I think, is permanent number 1 at this point. Degenerate is really good, I agree. That and Brave New World might be my favorite, too. And Ricochet. I love Ricochet. Maybe, maybe not. I can't really guarantee you anything. I don't listen to song recommendations as much as I should, to be honest. Shouldn't admit that, but I just admitted it there. You mean with S's, not Z's, Nathan? Oh, wait, no, it is backwards, isn't it? I guess it is backwards in the logo or something. Cyberspace OST from Sonic Frontiers. If I'm gonna give an OST, I have to say Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares 2 was the best soundtrack for a game I have heard. Hollow Knight's pretty good, too. I love Hollow Knight soundtracks. Backwards, I think? I think it is. I've never listened to them, but... I think it technically is Kiss. Just, it's like the... I think they're backwards Z's, actually. But they're... Or they're, like, angled like Z's, but they're S's. Yeah, I love some depressed music. That's definitely Citizen Soldier in a nutshell. Have my second concert where I'm seeing them this month, which is exciting. It's 10 days from now, actually. Never been more ready in my life. I'm not gonna write anything because I can't see the sign because I'm blind. All of those sound like horrendous options. Went off Alpha 2, Alpha 1 DevGam prototype first and second floor. Nice. DevGam is one I haven't really explored and I don't ever plan on making, honestly. My name backwards doesn't make any sense. Okie dokie. Let me do something. As in, trim my video clip again. What? What was that? You know what? I don't want to ask. Also, I'm noticing these chains are actually on the other side. They just don't connect to anything, which is kind of funny. Why'd you delete that? Yes, there's a Twitch tonight. There will be one today and tomorrow, and then it should be every other day after that for this week. So it'll be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Gonna make third floor? Yes, make all of the floors. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Wait, what did I do for those? Okay, well, that's not particularly helpful. Has there been any other form of greenery yet then? I guess not. No. Sea pickles. It's not greenery. Well, it's green. I guess it is green by all definitions of what green is. I should maybe check this room. This one would be a... Not that one. This one would be a culprit. I don't even think you're supposed to... No, you are a plant. There's you. It's not really helpful either, though. Okay, yeah. So there's nothing. I don't think I can use the azalea plants because I want the base of this to be yellow, I think. Yeah, I want it to be yellow. I could do these, but I kind of wish they weren't see-through. That's my one complaint. What does it look like from the front? That's the other question I have that I didn't look at. Okay, yeah, no, that's actually fine. They just kind of see them. You just see them there. I don't know. Not ideal, but it works. Doesn't always have to be ideal. On the outside, I'll just leave because I can't really get it without it looking weird. And this part... it's fine this way, I think. I'll probably confirm that later if I remember, but... Act 2 Alpha 2 style. It's an interesting idea, actually. I might use that as a custom house idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Zoonomaly replay? No, I don't plan on doing Zoonomaly for a little while. For a replay. It'll probably be House Flipper is what I'm actually leaning towards, because I was talking about doing that the other day, and I feel like it's a splendid day to do it. Because there's another Game 7 I have to watch, so I can't use PlayStation. It's Blues Jets Game 7. And then first round will be done. Thank you, Nikia. Doors reference. Seeing cacti and flower pots is just wrong. Actually, no. You're wrong. Well, okay, no, it is weird because, like, why are you so tall? Hold on, wait, Ender, you just... Thanks for the new plant. Wait, that works so well, actually. That works, like, phenomenally well. Thanks for the idea, Ender. Bushside Ranger Chapter 2 teaser trailer came out already? Somebody remind me next time I stream anything Minecraft, preferably Security Breach, but anything Minecraft, to change all the bamboo in the flower pots to cacti, because that works so much better than the bamboo. And I know I think it's Daycare Hallway I used bamboo in, if I remember correctly. That'd be the only spot I would have, I think. Time burner allowed. The second, or it's like... Probably. Yeah, ink. If I do it, yes, that would be a video. Also, at some point, I plan on doing a stream on Twitch. I'm going to end in a second here, by the way. Wow, we're almost at 3 hours. I'm going to do a Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I'm going to do a stream on Twitch of recording the next time lapse, so, for Playcare. So if y'all want to watch that, then there's another stream that's coming up, hopefully. Next Twitch stream will be finishing this, probably, though, and then maybe that'll have more progress. We'll see. But that's pretty good. We finally got this little area done, at least. We just have to finish the upper area, and then it's on to Playcare fully. I can no longer avoid it. I think the last verse alone gave you carpal tunnel. Good job. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video tonight. No, not tonight. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night. Thanks to me for remembering to... I clicked change emotes and it didn't pull up the menu. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.